I'm going to walk and talk real quick. Star Labs. Star Labs is the research group I established back in January, which is essentially meant to pursue world models, but not just any type of world model, an explicit geometry world model. So the first step of that was building a substrate. Now you can imagine video-based world models use pixels as their substrate. So it's like you generate a frame, they generate the next frame. That's the whole thing. With us, what we're thinking is that we want a world to be persistent despite our existence, right? And then we're looking at what's a really great way to have something that's deformable, but also something that is very rendering friendly. We landed on Gaussian splats. Thing with Gaussian splats, they're not really known for moving that much or being interactable as well. So we thought, okay, let's get Gaussian splats and imbue them with physics so they can evolve with continuum mechanics and stuff like that. We built it. It's called Gaussian Flux. It's amazing. It can do thermodynamics. We're the only group who's really managed to get that thermodynamics really built in properly to have it actually evolve as a consequence of thermodynamics. So that's been awesome. And it's been a great work. And that was phase one. Phase two is now building the model that evolves that substrate. And now we're working on it. It's called the Imagine model. Very, very cool. The idea is essentially just to build a neural engine using a graph neural network. Groups have done similar stuff like this. One that comes to mind, obviously, is DeepMind, the behemoth. They've done something I think is called Learn to Simulate. A lot of inspiration actually comes from them. And it's going well. It's going well. We're still looking at how to actually get it done, how to properly incorporate everything. And really the way, say, not just in terms of the proof of concept that we're looking to build by August, but just in terms of the full world model. There's a lot of layers. It's not just like the Gaussian substrate, right? The physics can be Gaussian substrate. It's not going to be enough to really for this world model to work. Like just to put it simply, like imagine this room. I've walked around this room for a bit. It would be really cool if there's a tool that could build a full reconstruction, which is something I hope we can do one day soon. But this room itself, if we're just to have as particles, right, it's not as simple. Just say, okay, let me move. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall here. Let me move this chair, right? Because then it's like the stuff has like their own semantic properties, and then how do you even like break that down? How do you make its own unique thing from the rest of the scene, right? And then how do you even do stuff like a door hinge? How do you manipulate that? And it's like, okay, you just have like each part, and like, can you even dig deeper than that? Because if I have a door hinge, I say, oh, this is a door hinge, and this is like a part of the door, and this is like the whole. How do I make sure that even works properly? And then like, if it's like per object or per component, can you then go deeper? Because if a door hinge breaks, then what happens? Because the two parts can't just come back together and say, oh, it's a door hinge. So stuff like that is also tricky. You have to think about stuff like fracture. If I tear a piece of bread, I can't just put it back together and say, hey, it's the same piece of bread. And there's a lot of stuff, and it's really exciting work. And I would really love to share more. And hopefully I do get to share more in the coming days. But all I can now say is that we're officially on phase two. It's no longer just talk. It's now we're here. We're making the plans. We're testing the architecture. We're hoping to see progress by August. We really just want proof of concept where we can say, hey, this is an explicit geometry world model, and hopefully if we scale it and improve it, we have something where you can, whether it be a robot or a person, you can really hop into this and have a generalizable world that actually has proper physics, right? But yeah, imagine that. Besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.